Hello, and what we're going to do right here is walk you through that exact video marketing strategy we use to give Bob the banker and Eric, a Northwest Arkansas real estate agent, an over 931% ROI, which stands for return on investment. So first, go ahead and meet Eric. Eric was your typical real estate agent in Northwest Arkansas. And prior to doing video, Eric was 100% lead based. As a matter of fact, Eric actually runs the lead. He's the team lead in the conversion category for his brokerage and his team. And Eric was converting quite a bit of leads, but the problem he had is that he never generated referrals. You see, he never marketed his database. He was a closet agent. And prior, he was really scared to get on videos because he had tattoos. He was scared what he was going to look like, much like most people. But he was sick of chasing a bunch of leads. Today, Eric is 100% referral based. Bob, the banker, on the other hand, started in mortgage about 5 years ago, and today he has his own mortgage company. And what's really interesting about Bob's situation is that Bob went all in on video. Bob's also got a couple tats. He's not as much scared as what he was going to look like as Eric. However, Bob just last year did 150 transactions. Only of 143 of those were related to business he created. He only received 8 referrals from other real estate agents. And if you're a lender, as you know, a lot of your business or a lot of lender business tends to come from realtor referrals, and not in Bob's case. Bob created a brand on his own and he attracts business, and then he gives those deals out to his referral partners. And it all started by creating video and building a brand. And what we're going to do is get into both of those stories and show you guys exactly what you're about to learn, which is the exact video strategy we used on both of them. But not only them, every single person you see here on the screen. So what we're going to learn in this training, in this video, is we're going to walk you through why you must start using video this year. It becomes the biggest conversion tool you have, and no one's going to hire you without, quote unquote, knowing you first. We're going to show you the importance of distributing your videos so they get the most amount of views. That's super duper important. And then how you script so that you can make content creation simple. Distributing and being consistent with your video presence are equally as important. And then how we take an average person like a Bob, like an Eric, or whoever it may be, who's typically scared to get on video, and then turn them into this locally famous celebrity that everybody tends to know. And what we're going to do with the strategy is teach you more about video marketing than probably and personal brand, then probably your coach would charge you on an annual basis. The truth is that a lot of people don't have the levels or the years of experience with all of these different case studies as we do. So pay attention to what we're going to show you for. So if you're a realtor, a mortgage broker, a recruiter, you might be a service provider, a transaction coordinator, insurance agent. If you're a broker owner, a team leader, basically anyone in the real estate industry who's looking to implement video with your business, this will apply to you. And as long as you're consistent, I have yet to see it not work on a person. The only time this doesn't work, guys, is when people don't like you. And that's nothing that we're going to be able to help you with. But if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that is not you. So let me first tell you, who is Mike Cuevas? Hi, I'm the real estate marketing dude. I've been licensed since 2002. So I can actually say I've been in the business for 20 years, but I've been there and done it. I've sort of seen it all as an individual agent. I've had several brokerages. I was a team leader. I'm today the CEO of Real Estate Marketing Dude, the founder of Suite Assist, which is a transaction management software, and the founder of Listing Advocate, which is a lead generation software for motivated sellers. And what we do at Real Estate Marketing Dude is we script, edit, and distribute videos for people around the country, and all shapes and sizes. And I can tell you that we've seen it all. And what we're going to do is share with you the exact strategy we used on Bob and Eric and everybody else we work with, essentially, that provides these results of that 931% return on investment. So let me get right into you and show you the process on how it works with both of them. The very first thing that we start doing with Bob and Eric is that we started building their marketing list, because you can create videos, but that's only half the battle. You have to put them in front of the right people first. Okay. This is the absolute key to this thing. So many people will create videos, but not create the list of the right people to put them in front of. So what we do when we bring somebody on board is we start building their database. We start building an email list so we could keep videos in front of those people. We build a social media reach so that we can run ads to those people. And we even build a direct mail list to target them offline or off video and actually send them direct mail pieces. And the reason we do this is very simple. the vast majority of business isn't going to come from a bunch of strangers. It's going to come from the people you already know. And the chart you're looking at in front of you is from NAR. And this is where sellers, for example, found their real estate agents, and 39% of them are referred, 24% of them previously used in the past. So real estate transactions and clients are not coming from lead generation. They're coming from the people we already know. And opposite of what the gurus tell us to go ahead and pick up the phone and start dialing or run Facebook ads or buy leads or door knock, shoot a video, sell. The business is always right in front of us. So the key to running an effective video marketing campaign for you is to put your content in front of the right people who are responsible for giving you business, because all the numbers show the same thing. 51% of closed transactions come from referrals, 12% from repeat business, 3% referrals from strategic alliances, 10% from the sign or the neighbors referring the person over, and 4% from open house. However you want to chop this up, 80% of business closed transactions, that is, comes from the people you already know or that you personally meet. So if that's the case, who should I be putting my videos in front of? See, what we're going to get into is that nothing I'm showing you here is theory. This is actually mathematical, because every single person in real estate, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're a lender, whether you're a recruiter, everybody has a network, right? And as long as you keep your brand in front of that network, you start having more conversations. Now, specifically in the real estate industry, 10 to 15% of the population moves each and every year. So what that means is that 10 to 15% of your Facebook list, your email list, the people you know, your neighbors, the people you walk past in the restaurant, they're moving this year. But 100% of the population has a referral that they can refer you to. Now, if you break down the math of how this works, people tend to move nationally every 6 to 9 years or 4 to 7, depending on the place, but it's mathematical. If you know there's 1,000 people or 100 people or 500 people you know or that know what you do for a living, well, 10 to 15% of them are moving, and 100% of the population knows someone that they're moving to. And 88% of people close with the first agent they meet with. So what is the name of the game? The name of the game is to remain omnipresent. And the good news is that both Bob and Eric, who are completely dominating in their markets right now, they don't have this huge database of 300,000 people. You don't need one, but they do have a small segmented database of people that know who they are, that constantly send them referrals. And when they're moving themselves, well, they call them first. So building the list is the very first step you do. Now, once we got done building their marketing list, it's all about scripting and strategy and determining, what kind of videos for Bob and Eric that we should have gone ahead and create. And the key to this is having the ability to tell stories in your videos. You see, one of the problems people have is they make videos about themselves, but that's not what you want to do. You want to create videos that necessarily sell your services, but more that remind your network of what you do for a living, and that you have services available for real estate that they can share with their friends, family, and use themselves. So when we get into scripting, most people, and one of the problems a lot of people have is, what do I say next? You might have an idea of what you want to do in the first couple of videos, but then after that, you don't know what to do. And if you cannot do video consistently, it's not going to work. So I want to walk you through the very simple scripting structure we do in virtually every single video that we create. Every video is going to have an attention getter. 80% of people are going to decide if they're going to watch that video in the first 7 seconds or not. Also referred to as a hook. But then every video has an introduction. Every video is going to have a body, and every video is going to have a conclusion. When you're storytelling about your community or whatever content you're going to be creating in your local market there, it's very simple. We just need to tell stories about that community. So Eric and Bob, they both have created, call it shows, and they know exactly how to script through their shows. So they're not thinking so much about what to say. They're more so thinking about how to say it. And once you master the art of what we sort of call storytelling, one of the things we really harp on, in about 30, 40 days, this isn't rocket science, scripting becomes a lot easier. And that's the case for both Eric and Bob. You see, much like most people, they also thought that they had to create videos when they first started about how many years they've been in the business and how many properties they've sold. Truth is, nobody cares. And if you start creating content for them that adds value, it's a much different mindset than trying to create videos for people that sell your stuff, if that makes sense. So let me give you an example of how it worked in Eric's case. Eric's done a bunch of different types of videos here. And if you look at the top of his page here in the top playlist here, Eric started off doing business owner interviews, right? And when he did business owner interviews, everything worked out great. He started generating referrals, but you could see he's not going to blow up his YouTube channel doing business owner interviews. See, the type of videos that Eric was shooting was very strategically thought out. So yeah, after a while, Eric got a little burnt out on doing business owner interviews, and this thing called COVID came in. So the businesses were shut. Eric immediately had to switch his video strategy into what we call a YouTube series. And you could tell by the views that he has right here. Eric is attracting 2 to 4 closed transactions a month just from his YouTube channel, which today has replaced his lead generation that he was spending thousands and thousands of dollars on. This is all organic lead generation. And in Eric's case, you can see that, look, you can tell by the views. See, the key is the longevity of the campaign, knowing how to script, not running out of things to say, because nobody cares what your videos are on, but it is your job to stay present. And that's how this works. Now, if you look at Bob, on the other hand, Bob's been creating content for about 3 years now, and he hasn't stopped. He's up to doing 4 videos a month. And some of Bob's videos, he's just very consistent. Some of these videos you'll see will have more views that are following more of a YouTube traditional strategy. And some of his mortgage content aren't going to have that many views because they don't rank on YouTube. But Bob's done a little bit of everything. You could tell by these 3 right here, he's generating buyer leads directly off of these 3 videos, or some of his top performing ones. But the point is that Bob is remaining consistent. And as long as you remain consistent over time, I have yet to see this fail with one of our past clients. So having the consistency in video is exactly the key. And to do that, you have to know what you're going to script, what you're going to create, and all of the above. So the third thing that is crucial to this entire thing is properly distributing the videos. See, one of the biggest mistakes we see is that people are not distributing their videos fully. They might post it on Facebook, or they'll share the YouTube link on Facebook that nobody sees it. And then they don't video email it out and do all these other things. But when you are consistent with the distribution of the videos, it is just as important as creating the video itself. So the key here is that with both Bob and Eric, their whole strategy, what they're doing is they're primarily making videos for their database and pushing it out in front of their database, but then they're multi-purposing them for additional conversion, lead generation, and further brand so that they get the most amount of views and maximize their content creation. And when you get in the business of creating a lot of video, you got to think long-term, not short, because building a brand with video is one of the most powerful things you can do to attract business. However, it's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen within 6 to 12 months in some cases, sometimes even 3. So you got to look at it that every video you're going to create is going to long live on your YouTube channel. And YouTube is a search engine, and there's different types of videos that different types of people will create. The videos on your website are going to last forever. So you got to make sure that when you're doing these videos on your website, that people who view them might be interested in your services down the road. See, when you properly distribute your videos, you're going to get more eyeballs. And when you get more eyeballs, you're going to get more opportunities, because 10 to 15% of the people you see this year will be moving, and 100% of them will have a referral for you. Now, what you're looking at right here is every single video that Bob does, or any of our clients for that matter, we video email it out for them. And because we're sending out a video as opposed to a video on mortgage rates, or a video on something that's boring, we're getting a lot more open rate, and we're averaging over 40%. If Bob, or anybody for that matter, sends out 2 videos a month for the next 12 months at 40% open rate, you're going to have a lot more opportunities. More people take note of whom you are and how you work. But in addition to video emailing the videos out, you don't want to just not post them on all your social platforms. You want to post them on all of them and post them the right way. See, a lot of your engagement will take place on your personal pages. And so many times I don't see people miss this step. You want to put the videos on your personal pages, your Facebook, your IG, wherever you engage, LinkedIn, but that is not it. You also want to take the content and put it back on your website. See, most people in real estate don't have a website with any content on it. A lot of times they're templated. And when you talk about differentiating your brand, Bob has an entire training course essentially on his website based on all the content that he's repurposed over the last 2 to 3 years. And today that content creates him a whole home buyer education series today he calls the Ultimate Home Buyer Experience. And he gives that to clients. He gives that to realtors because he's multi-purposing the content, which leads to more conversion, more attention down the road. Fourthly, you want to optimize on YouTube, right? Every video you have is going to go on YouTube, but not every video is going to perform on YouTube. Part of your strategy, the reason why it's so important is to determine what are your goals with video. If one of your goals are with video to create content that you want to rank and generate clients on YouTube, well, you need to have the right type of videos that people search for on YouTube. And then at the end here, what Bob and what we do is we run ads to his entire database and local community. And what we're doing here is we're using Facebook's platform or even IG's in some cases, and which are the same. But what we're doing is we're using those to actually reach the more people that don't see their videos otherwise. You see, when you post a video on your personal page, you're going to be limited to about 15 to 18% of your quote unquote friends seeing it. This is the reason why we build a Facebook audience and upload that as well as a local community, a list of contacts you may need to stay in front of, leads, friends, family, and keep your videos in front of them so that you can have that everywhere all of the time presence. You see, when you do this consistently, people see you everywhere, email, social media, direct mail. And what happens is that you suddenly start occupying the attention in their mind. And when Bob started doing this, he wanted to break down, okay, how do I determine my ROI with this? Well, it's very simple. And you look at how many videos you're going to do this year. You're going to multiply the annual cost and divide it by number of transactions. So calculate your annual transactions. In this case, Bob, I don't have his dollar amount because he's a mortgage broker, but Bob does we started at 24 videos a year. His annual cost, give or take, at least with our services, was about $13,000. Bob did 150 transactions, and video is all Bob does. He doesn't do any lead generation, doesn't buy any leads. Eric, for example, does 2 videos a month, which costs him roughly about $13,000 a year. And as long as Eric can sell one house or close at least $650,000 in closed transactions, his videos are going to pay for themselves. But this is the most important piece. You see, when you have a video, how you distribute it is extremely important. And the reason why Bob and Eric both are attracting business is because 1, they're putting their videos in front of the right people, but 2, they're properly and they're fully distributing them to the maximum effectiveness. So if you look at how it works, is that every video goes to your social profiles. 10 to 15% of the people who see your videos on your social profiles, they're moving, and 100% of the people that see them have a referral for you in the next 12 months. That same math is true with your email list to multi-purpose. And when you get done, you want to put that stuff on your website, all content, and then you want to take it to YouTube and try to optimize it for further ranking and brand. When this process is repeated, people just start knowing who you are. You become more popular. And Bob and Eric aren't the only people we've done this with. Jessica Thiel in Joshua Tree has been very consistent for the last 18 months. Well, Jessica just got pitched her first reality show as a result of that. And that's one of the coolest things that happens with video. You see, when you start building and focusing on your personal brand, other opportunities come along your way besides just listing leads and clients and buyers. Other things happen. And the reason for that is because the more content you create, the more conversations you'll have that will lead to those opportunities because you're putting yourself in that position and sticking out, whereas most of your competition today are probably not doing videos in this way. The same thing happened with Ramsey Solomons in Sioux Falls. Ramsey was a newer agent and he came to us and said, hey, I need to generate leads. Well, Ramsey was one of the first people in his market to go ahead and try a YouTube strategy where he's attracting a lot of business right off of it. As a matter of fact, Ramsey also got picked up by the local news station. And today he's a little local celebrity within that market. And he's attracting a lot of business off of his YouTube channel. So you see, what happens is that it's not that the videos are going to generate all of the business. What the videos do is it generates all of the attention, and it makes you a whole lot more popular. And it's never a matter of when it's going to work or if, it's a matter of when, because eventually people move. And that's why the vast majority of people you see doing video in this way are always successful. They don't have a lead generation problem, is because they have the attention of the people in their local community and the ones that are responsible for sending them business. The only time, folks, that I've seen this not work with people is when they either don't shoot videos and they don't do it over time. That's it. All this is a giant popularity contest. And this is where most people fail. The consistency of creating content and not running out of things to talk about. Number two, properly distributing your content and then repurposing that so you get the most amount of views and impact with your videos. And then number three, not having the time set aside to do it. Content creation with video today is just modern day prospecting. And Bob and Eric both spend maybe 3 hours a month maximum on their videos, but they've created a system or outsource it to us that handles all the stuff they cannot do. See, without properly time blocking, you're never going to be consistent with the videos. And as long as you have these three things present, this is not rocket science. So you have three options and going forward on what you're going to do. One, if you're going to get involved with video, one, you can learn how to shoot, edit, script, and distribute these videos yourself. There's a lot of education out there. We have a course you could take. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can learn how to do this. Number two, you can try to find a local videographer. Or number three, you can work with a company like us, the Real Estate Marketing Dudes. This year, our mission is to help roughly about 250 lenders, realtors, brokers, service providers to get on video and start doing the exact same thing that Eric and Bob did. And when you work with a real estate marketing dude, you do a whole lot more than just a marketing company. We don't just edit your videos. First thing we do is we give you an actual video rollout that meets and fits your goals. You need to create a strategy that you're excited about, not us, because that's when you actually go out and keep creating these videos. In addition to that, we give you all of the one-on-one coaching with myself and my team to make sure that you know how to do all of this. It is not difficult. It's just new. But as long as you follow this process, it's the same thing that anyone else like Bob, like Eric have been through. We build all of your email, direct mail, and Facebook ad lists so that we could properly put the videos in front of the right people. And we even script and shoot and direct you on the first few videos that we have together and ongoing if you like. We'll even buy you the equipment and build out the basics with your branding channel. Now, once you learn the process and go through all of our coaching and our training, we'll handle the entire back end for you if you want, or we'll show you how to do it. That includes editing your videos, scripting your videos. We write a blog post for each video. We post it on your website. We optimize the videos on your YouTube channel, the thumbnails, the tags, the descriptions. We'll video email to your database using our proprietary software that you also have access to. And if you want us to, we can also run your Facebook ads, and we continue to provide the coaching and the support ongoing. You see, what happens is that another reason why a lot of people get stuck with videos, like, oh my God, this is going to cost a whole lot of money. Well, it can. If you have a videographer or just an editor and they're working on a la carte basis, they're going to charge you probably $400 to $500 for the video. And that's not going to involve them running ads for you. That's not going to involve them writing a blog post and putting the video on your website. They're not going to video email it for you. They're not going to pay for your video email software. And they're certainly not going to go ahead and optimize it on YouTube or have the proper scripts, training, direction, and everything else. To give you an idea, if you were to hire these positions in-house, you're going to be spending roughly $5,000+ a month just on the salaries to employ these people. Or if you did it a la carte, it would probably be a lot more expensive. But you could work with the Real Estate Marketing Dude, which we are leading in the country with video content creation for a fraction of that cost. And that's what I would love to help you with. So if you're interested in looking at that, book your free strategy call and let's see if there's a fit. What we'll do is dial in your strategy, work on your scripts, help you shoot the videos, build your audience, build your page, give you all the training and keep the training coming, give you a dedicated marketing dude, provide the software to market your database with video email, and continue to support you as your strategy changes over the time so that you can remain consistent. But I want to be super duper clear. We don't take on everybody, because if you're not serious about committing the video, don't do it. I don't want your money. We want your success. And if you don't plan on doing this over time, it's not going to work. And it's not going to work for everybody who doesn't have the will to do it first. I can promise you that. But if you do, and you're willing to do it and follow the process that Eric and Bob did, here's what I want you to do next. This whole process will only take you 3 minutes, and you could either click the button directly below the page you're at or visit talkwithadude.com, and it'll take you to the page so that you can schedule a call with us. You're going to be taken to a page that's going to look just like this, where my calendar will be, and you can schedule a demo directly with me. Immediately upon scheduling that demo, I'm also going to give you a little gift and send you over to our online learning center that'll give you a whole lot more content, webinars, blogs, podcasts, you name it, about how video marketing works and the attraction process. I'm not here to give you some kind of high sales pressure call. This is going to be a strategy call to see if we're the right fit to working together. And during that call, you're probably going to get a lot of cool advice and some ideas to create stuff, whether or not we end up working together. It's just the way I roll. In the event that you do like what we're shooting or like what we're doing here at Real Estate Marketing Dude, then we'll be creating your video strategy and taking action right within the first 10 days and hit the ground running. Folks, like I said, the only time this doesn't work is when people don't like you. And as long as you're consistent and you follow out the attract and retain strategy that we laid out, it works. Just follow the system. All of our support's included, everything you need. And if you really do want to get on video, book your free marketing strategy call right now or visit talkwithadude.com. We're not a huge company. We do take on 10, maybe 12 clients a month because we do cater a very concierge-like training service for the clients that we work with. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and schedule that demo now. Book your free strategy call or visit us at www.talkwithadude.com.